All right, here we got Solo. Solo, first update video for you guys. I'm going to show you what we're getting started on, talk about our first, so we've had like a week or so that we've been together. What I see out of Solo is really good. I see a dog who's confident, who's well socialized, um, has a pretty good obedience foundation. Absolutely loves to retrieve. Um, I think we're got a great foundation to work off of here. And so, definitely, what I've seen is a lot about what we talked about. That he knows the stuff, but maybe doesn't always want to do it if it's not on his agenda. So, I'm going to show you how we're getting going with our uh, formal obedience and getting going inside. So first thing we do is we do a little bit of exposure with the bird, with an actual duck. He's still a little bit weird about the real duck. Um, Still very curious about the scent, which is very typical. He's going to try to roll on it. You know, it's a strange smell. It's a foreign smell. That's okay. Um, we're going to get going here. Get him to retrieve it. We'll get going. There we go. Huh, there he goes. So very typical when dogs, get a hold of the bird at the beginning of their training. They're like, "What is this? I don't know what's going on here." They like the idea that I'm going to throw it for him. See, he's all excited. Give it a little toss. He's not quite sure he wants to pick it up yet. Said very, very typical. Um, the scent is strange to them, so a lot of times dogs will want to try to roll on it. It's okay. We're just going to give him opportunity, give him exposure, a chance to check it out. Not going to continue to encourage him to roll on it, but we do want to give him opportunities to check it out so that it doesn't become quite so foreign to him. All right, one more time. One more time. Got to get one belly up. There we go. That's better. So again, at the beginning here, we're just looking for exposure. His attitude tells me he doesn't know what to do with that. That's okay. We're just getting started. So what we need to do now is we need to get going with talking about his obedience. So what I'm using for Solo here for his obedience is what we call a slip lead. I want to show you this. So a slip lead is just a simple leash that has a ring on it. And when you pull, it will get tight. And when you take the pressure off, it goes loose. So the idea is tight, loose is how we communicate with him that we want him to do something. So see if I can get him to come over here. Here, bud. All right. All right. So we start with our obedience on the mat. Sit. And he obviously knows sit. I mean, you guys have clearly taught him. He's comfortable walking on a leash. Again, stuff you guys have worked with. But we're going to teach him that the mat is kind of home base. This is where we start. This is where everything happens. And so we're going to do a little bit of walking with him at heel. And we notice that the lead is loose here. We want no pulling. We want no tugging. And we want him to respond right here to the pull. There I pulled him off the mat so that we could be walking forward. Sit. Good. And we applied pressure and said the word sit there. So he's responding to that nicely. I'm very happy with this. So his on-leash obedience, I think, is good. Of course, that's all mostly review. Clearly, you guys taught him quite a bit. So next what we're going to do here is I'm going to work with him to start what we call hold, conditioning, and force fetch. Meaning I am going to do obedience with his mouth. So this is obviously very foreign for a lot of dogs. Yes, you're a good boy. Yes, you are. And so I'm going to come down here to his level so I'm not intimidating him. I don't want to, make him uncomfortable. But I'm going to put my hand in his mouth. It's going to stay there until he quits kind of wiggling around. As soon as he holds still, give. As soon as he holds still, we use the give command to take it out. Good boy. That's so good. Oh, yes, you got kisses for me? Okay, so now we're going to walk a little again. Here, little tug, heel, sit. Good boy. Right back to the mouth. Give. Good. Heel, here, heel, sit. Good dog. One more time. Good. Give. So, what we're wanting to do is to teach him the idea that I'm going to control his body, his legs, and his mouth. So far, so good. I think he's off to a great start. I definitely don't see any red flags here. You got a little scab right there or something. But anyway, Solo's doing great.